Today for the Bitcoin price, and yes guys, believe it or not, but yesterday something happened which I was waiting for almost 12 months. What am I talking about? I am talking about a specific signal which was flashing so far 11 times in Bitcoin history in the last 11 years. Yesterday it flashed again. I want to be talking about that. As you remember, yesterday I was also talking breakout here. Actually, Bitcoin broke out, but so far the follow through is really lacking here. So I want to start first of all with the immediate short term for Bitcoin before I am actually going over into this signal, and everyone who is subscribed to the MMCrypto channel already knows what I'm talking about. The Bitcoin hash ribbons. Yes guys, you heard me right, the Bitcoin hash ribbons. First of all, let's talk about the hourly candles for Bitcoin, and guys, honestly, I want to incentivize you. Smash up the like button. In dumping times like this, we need your love more than ever. And of course, I will be here. I will always be pushing content towards you here in the moment it is necessary and in the moment you really need it. So smash up the like button, also share the video with your friends, and very important guys, leave your thoughts in the comment section, because then I can see what altcoins do you want me to cover and so on. So now let's go back into the chart here, and you can see that on the hourly candles yesterday we were forming this ascending triangle for Bitcoin, and Bitcoin was floating around between support and resistance, eventually breaking out. Bitcoin came down for a retest and failed the retest, and I don't want to joke around here. This is not a good thing when we are having these bearish crashes and Bitcoin hits the bearish price targets, but then when we are getting a breakout, not hitting the bullish price target, in fact even breaking down, faking out, it's not a good thing. However, so far Bitcoin is here on the hourly just within the last 2 days in an uptrend, and is forming right now this continuation pattern which is called the symmetrical triangle, having already 3 times backtested the support and 2 times the resistance. So right now Bitcoin is most likely going up for another retest here, and probably is going to float around within the next few hours. Eventually this one has to break, and stick with me guys, I really want to talk about the specific indication, about the specific signal which flashes approximately once a year, and it flashed yesterday once again. So before I'm going into that, I wanted to show you my price target here. So I have to take this measurement tool, pull it up, and then you can see that if we were to break towards the upside, Bitcoin would actually come close to the previously defined price target from yesterday already, which was 48,000, and this price target would be 45,000. If we were to break down though, and it is not the most unlikely scenario since we had this this failed breakout here, the price target would still create a higher low for Bitcoin at 36,500 US dollars. So far, honestly guys, I wouldn't open a trade right now. If you opened the trade yesterday actually with me together at this breakout, you are still at break even, a slight loss, slight profit. You can put your stop loss, but this specific pattern breakout I would only trade when we are closing an hourly candle above the resistance or the below the resistance, or above the support. No, above the resistance and below the support, so to speak. And this might take another few hours. The most important thing though is what I was teasing in the very beginning in the introduction of that video, and for this I want to go back. What I am talking about here is the so-called Bitcoin hash ribbon. Let me go to the higher time frames. In fact, I am going here onto the daily candles for Bitcoin. Let me pull this up a little bit. Oh, geez. This is when you have fat fingers and you want to use the chart. Now it's working perfect. So what you can see here is, of course, red dots, and you can see green dots and blue dots, right? So the question is, what does these dots mean? Every time we are getting a so-called red dot, this is called the miners capitulation. Whenever the miners capitulation is hitting the market, and this happens like once a year or so, this means that the hash rate of the miners is dropping down significantly. When the hash rate of the miners is dropping down significantly, this is of course called a miners capitulation. But in history, the price acted always the same. The miners capitulation not necessarily being a sell signal, this time it was a big sell signal, but then when the miners are recovering, 1 week after the recovery signal, and with the recovery signal, 1 week, sometimes 2 weeks, sometimes 4 days, we are getting a blue dot, a buy signal on the hash ribbons. You can actually type in hash ribbons on TradingView and check it out yourself. Whenever this blue dot is firing, the returns on Bitcoin, and the blue dot is not firing yet, but you see we got the green dot already, the recovery signal, we got it, let me show it to you, we got it right here. whenever the blue dot, which was also firing right here, and Bitcoin was basically going from 18,000 to 64,000. I was covering this breakout actually. I was covering this buy signal as well, and people still didn't believe me, even though I showed them the performance of the last 11 buy signals already. January 2019, August 2016, May 2015, April 2015, February 2013. And this here on the right hand side is the maximum gain to peak. On average, 5,500%. So the most important question right now is, of course, let me quickly switch down back the camera. What is the maximum gain to peak this time? Of course, we have diminishing returns to scale, but a buy signal, a minus capitulation, and then a recovery, and then the buy signal is usually not. Actually, it never occurred on the beginning of a bear market. Never. That doesn't mean that it will not occur this time. I'm just telling you, so far from an historical confidence level, it never happened before, which from an historical confidence level actually excludes the probability of this being the start of a bear market, and of course points towards the fact that this might be the beginning, or that the next bull run might be starting in the next few days. You can see here, this is the screen of the Monaco Grand Prix. I'm happy that they are not driving right now because it would be way too loud. So this is something what I find to be interesting. There is a small disclaimer I want to mention though, because this time the miners capitulation only happened because there was this this electricity whatever, like in this Chinese province, you know, the electricity went down, and that's why the hash rate dropped by 35%, because 35% of the hashing power was in this Chinese province. So this time it is a little bit different. Usually the miners capitulation happens not in a sharp manner like this, because miners are not profitable and then turning down their equipment. This time it was an exogenous risk reason, so it is not 100% that we can replicate this predictive power of this specific indicator to this specific time. So far, I am very pumped about that, because the hash ribbons made us bank in the last 2 years. We had 3 signals already. We bought the 3 signals and we made massive profits with that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Let me know what you think about that. You can check the hash ribbon down below as well if you want. Of course, I want to show you quickly my trade I'm having open on Bybit. You remember I opened this 500,000 one where I was basically buying the V-shaped recovery here. It is right now 70% in a profit, 1.4 Bitcoin. Not as much as usually, but as we are in very risky times, I want to put my money where my mouth is, and I always told you guys, I'm being very cautious here. You have in the pinned comment down below $5,820 completely for free. If you click this link, after your initial deposit, you get $5,800 for free. What do you have to do? Go down to the pinned comment. It's the first comment in the comment section. Click the link, step number 1. Make your account, takes 10 seconds. Step number 2. And after your initial deposit, you get these bonuses to trade on these exchanges completely for free. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We will see you very soon at the next one of MMCrypto. And as always, guys, bye-bye.